open it up for questions. Please identify yourself before you ask.
Coach Vanny Lopes here from Off the Block. Can you take us through just that final sequence and final play? Did you give the call on the sidelines on where Saracen should serve, or did you just let him rip it?
I don't tell Zerzan anything, Vanny. Yeah. I tell him to hit it. I tell him to hit it hard, and good things are going to happen. Yeah. So, no, he's got the green light to do what he does best, and that's hit rockets at people and hopefully make them pass it into the bleachers. So there's not much strategy in that play.
Yeah. Going off that a little bit, just backtracking, you faced a couple match points, you called timeouts. What was your message to the team in those timeouts?
Well, the message was we've been here before. We just need to do what we do and pass the serve to Christie, let Christie set the guys that he's got confidence in. We didn't kill the ball initially. I mean, we had to kind of work at it. We made some great coverage plays. Christian dug a couple balls off the block that came back and gave Nicholas another chance and gave Miles another chance. And, it goes back to that word we talked about back in early February about trust your teammates. Just trust your teammates that they're going to make a play for you. And, it's not a whole lot of strategy at that point in time. It's just execute the basic skills and keep things going. Shall I answer it for you?
Coach, Jay Drew from Salt Lake Tribune. Mm-hmm. What are your impressions of BYU? Did you not watch much of their match, or were you more focused on yours?
A lot of big guys. Big, great athletes. They play a little bit different style than maybe we do or UCLA does, where, with smaller guys, we have to be a little more precise. We have to try to pass the ball and be a little bit quicker sometimes and do some things. But, BYU's got some very, very special athletes. I had a chance to work with Ben Patch a couple summers ago with the junior national team, and I know he's a phenomenal player. So we have our hands full, clearly, but, we're going to kind of just not worry about the guys across the net and try to worry about the guys on our side of the net and play our game and do the best we can.
Christian, looking at the offense tonight, the first two games you were hitting below 200 for most of it. What was the biggest adjustment you were able to make after going into the third game that allowed you to really start clicking offensively?
Just like every other game, I try to focus on the stuff that I am doing right, or the other categories that I can help my team in, whether that's serving or serve receive or digging or anything like that. I know I'm not the strongest hitter on the team, but I try to be like a well-balanced player, just try to help them any way I can.
And Drew, looking at UCLA, we're on that 6-2 offense. You guys seem to have success towards against stopping them. What were you guys able to do successfully on the front row?
So initially we started off not really focusing too hard in the middles and trying to go pin to pin because Micah is a great hitter and so is our Nets. And I think as the game progressed, we saw that Oliver and Mitch were starting to get a little bit hot, so we kind of switched up the tempo and started focusing more on the middles. And I think that basically good reblocking kind of helped us stop them in the long run.
And then a question for both you guys, because most people won't experience what you guys experienced tonight. Intense playoff game going to overtime, do or die. What is that feeling like on the court as a player?
It's unbelievable, honestly. I think I can speak for not only my team, but every team who's competed in this tournament. This has been a dream, I think, since we started the game. So it's kind of a surreal moment. But honestly, I think we're just going to take it with excitement, honestly. I don't know. The main thing I say in the group is just to go out there and have fun, because every team plays well when they're having fun together and when they trust each other.
Those are the games that we basically play volleyball for. We've had a number of blowouts in my career, and I don't remember a single one of them. But the games where they go to 5 and they're heated and they're back and forth, those are the games that I'm going to remember. And basically, we got one more, and that's kind of the most important point to us. And I think that we're all focused on BYU and ready to get to the next level.
Yeah. And a question for both of you. UCLA had 26 service errors tonight. As a team offensively, how much does that throw off your offensive rhythm at all when there's just so many service errors and you're not getting all those touches that you usually would?
I think it can. I think it definitely can. But that's kind of how volleyball is nowadays. People are going back there trying to light the ball up. I think that a good offensive team is able to just stay consistent even when the best serves are coming.
Kind of just got to roll with it.
Any other questions?
Thanks. Coach, one final question for you. You look at the MIVA now. This is the fourth time in the last 5 years that a MIVA team will be competing in the NCAA championship. What does that mean for you, just seeing your conference have this much success in the last 5 years?
Well, I'm really proud of what our conference is doing right now, Vinny. I'm proud of the two schools in Chicago, Lewis and Loyola, and the quality of the coaching and the players that they're bringing in. Ball State was in the thick of things up until literally the last week of the season, and they gave everybody a good run for their money. And the teams that are even new in our conference, McKendree, Grand Canyon, I think they've got good, young, exciting coaches that are working very hard at the game, and so it makes guys like me keep working hard. I can't take afternoons off and think about not being in there and grinding away and trying to stay ahead of those guys. So, but it's cyclical. UCLA is a young team. They had a couple of freshmen, a couple of sophomores, a junior. I don't know if anybody's graduating off that starting seven. So they'll be back. They're going to learn from this, and they're going to be back. And we went through that. BYU's a young team. How many seniors do they have on their starting lineup? 2 and 1. So I think it's just sometimes how you catch them and what cycles programs are in. But I'm extremely proud of the MIVA. I think many times we were an afterthought compared to a lot of other programs, and I don't think that mindset is there anymore.
Coach, Christian, Chris, congratulations.